Here are 10 of the most popular mods that were released or updated in the last month. But real quick, if you could hit subscribe and leave a like, it would be greatly appreciated. Alright, starting off with more damaged objects. So you may have noticed before whilst driving, if you run over a cone, it will become squashed. And I think that's a nice little feature. And this mod adds a whole bunch of brand new damaged objects. And you can see a whole range of them here. Personally, I think the barrier and water fountains are my favourite. But they're all great, and even though it's only a small addition, I do feel it adds a lot to the game. And it also brings a small fix to floor lamps, which had like a force field around them before due to collision, but that removes this so you can walk right past it without some invisible barrier blocking you. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this mod, no reason not to get it. At number 2 is Lifestyle Hobbies, and this mod allows you to discover new hobbies for your survivors. Now I've heard people say that this game is The Sims if it were a zombie apocalypse, and this mod makes that even more so. Some of the available hobbies are finding your inner peace through the powers of meditation, jamming out on musical instruments, listening to some nice tunes, grooving your way through the dance floor, and plenty more. The ability to use instruments is probably my favourite part of this. And there are 9 different playable instruments, with many more on the way. You also have a music skill now, which if you improve, you will sound better. If you're playing on multiplayer as well, you actually have the option to teach your skills to others. Now here's where it gets even more Sims-like. You can now care for your survivor in new ways with the new bladder and hygiene needs. Meaning you can actually get in the shower or the bath and use the toilet, not just for the incredible drinking water it provides. So as you can see here, I have a full bladder and I'm experiencing discomfort. Now I have a couple options. I could relieve my bladder on the ground or be a bit more civilized and do it in the toilet. Now that's a bit dodgy. Damn, bro's really going through it. Whew, he's sweating. You see my hygiene's going down as well. He is clearly making a mess here. But I'm comfortable. No place like sitting on the toilet. Right, I am absolutely filthy now. Quickly flush that. Now it's time to prepare a bubble bath. Whoa, okay. I think this room's a bit dodgy, the way it's all laid out. Right, I moved to this house because I thought the other bathroom was just being dodgy. But I think overall it is just a bit messed up right now. Let's see what the shower's saying. There you go. Nice and clean. Shame you didn't get to see this hot bod, but whatever. Alright, well with the bath, I'm having a few issues. It either hides me or hides the bath, but it's still cool that it works. So if you hold Q, you'll get this menu where you have ambitions. And if you look through all of these, you got a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, got some hidden ones that you need to continue playing. That's cool. Now this is very interesting. It like actually gives you goals in the game. Like normally you wouldn't really care about gold jewelry or money stacks, but this gives it a reason. Or hitting 5,000 kills to become the Terminator. This is definitely more in-depth than I thought it was, so I'll have to check it out fully one day. So you see he's got very basic skills on the guitar right now. Let's see what it's like when he's maxed out. Oh, we unlocked a Rockstar Ambition. That's cool. But yeah, look, there's actually so many different songs. Like, damn. And there's even more songs with the trumpet. Let's test out one of these. You know what? For the music playing alone, I love this mod. Like the ability to just learn new songs and practice the instruments is so cool. Oh, this one is nice. Yeah, I'm definitely going to use this mod. And if you want the opposite of all that and just some peace and quiet, you can take a seat on the ground and do some meditation. I will subscribe to Awpenheimer. I will subscribe to Awpenheimer. So this mod's actually more in depth than I thought, and there's a bunch of stuff that I don't actually know how to do. So I'll have to dive into it a bit more, but from what I have seen, I really, really like this one. And at number 3 is the UH-1B helicopter, which adds in this absolutely sick helicopter in multiple colour variants. Let's start this bad boy up. You do so as you would driving a car with W, and W is to ascend, S is descend, and you use the arrow keys actually to lean forwards and backwards. So you've got to use both hands to man this. Of course, you turn with A and D as well. So it's pretty easy, to be honest. And it actually feels great. Although it did just disappear for a second. Just look how cool this thing is. It actually feels like great to fly as well. It doesn't feel out of place in the game, seeing as it's not normal to be flying in Zomboid. Unless you have an awful crash and get sent into the air. Damn, I'm going to have to start a helicopter Grand Prix. I'm not sure how high you can ascend. It looks like maximum of like 1 floor. So I don't think you'll be able to land up on top of the giant new skyscrapers. I know that helicopter mods have actually been around for a while, but this is the first time I've ever tried one. So this is actually pretty sick. This would definitely go hard on a server. Alright, spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear this, just skip ahead 10 seconds. There are 3 places where these can spawn. The Brandenburg Airstrip, the Louisville Airport, and the Military Research Facility. And you don't need to start a new save. Even if you've already visited these areas, these helicopters will still appear. Next up is Vanilla Gear Expanded. And this mod adds a whole bunch of new outfits and gear to expand the various law enforcement agencies and special police forces that would likely be in the area. Also improving some of the vanilla textures. And if you take a look through all these screenshots, some of this stuff looks great. And there's a big old list of them. So clearly there's way too many for me to show every single one in game. But you can see how sick they all are. And now at number 5, we have Rain's Firearms and Gun Parts. A complete overhaul of the vanilla Project Zomboid firearms and gun attachments. And before I jump into the huge list of additions, one big change is with the aiming levels. If your character has never in their lives held a firearm, meaning aiming level 0, their accuracy with especially pistols and more advanced type of guns will reflect that experience level, meaning you're going to be awful. But shotguns, and especially sawn-off shotguns, are your best option to level up your aiming, seeing as they are much more forgiving to unskilled shooters. But once you get your character to aiming level 5, all of the guns will be accurate, especially if you use some of the attachments that improve the accuracy. And aiming level 6 and above, and you're practically John Wick. Alright, I'm going to speed run through all of the new stuff, seeing as it's a pretty long list. You've got a couple new 7.62 ammo types, a gun enthusiast trait which adds 1 aiming, reloading and nimble at the cost of 6 points. A whole list of new suppressors, including a homemade suppressor, which is very nice. Loads of new attachments with a range of sights, shell holders, compensators and such. You got military pouches and military packs. And now the huge list of guns. The Glock 17, the USP M45, the Mark 23, M29 revolver, sawn-off long ranger, the Remington M11, Mossberg M590, AA-12 combat shotgun, a Winchester, a Spaz 12, SKS, an AK-47, an RK-62, AR-15, M16A1, Colt Commando, a Galil, H&K G3, a Marlin M1894, Remington M24, an MP5, MP5SD, Uzi, MAC-10, M1A1 Thompson, M60, and M249. Wow, that's a lot. And they all actually look amazing. Now, some of those guns I really love, but I still think my favourite thing is the suppressors. Doesn't matter what game it is, I love a suppressed pistol. Absolute stealth king out here. Alright, well this is another mod that I'll definitely be adding to my game. I'm looking forward to giving this a go in a run. Oh, real quick, if you want to see that, I just started a second channel where I do Let's Plays with a face cam. They're a lot less edited than these videos, more chilled out. So if you want to check it out, the link will be in the description, along with the link for all of these mods. And now, number 6 is Starving Zombies. And what this mod does is attract zombies to the corpses of other zombies, survivors, and animals, and makes them eat them. And it also attracts zombies to the player. And the way this all works is it simulates a smell emitted by dead bodies, and it also simulates a smell emitted by the player, be that the blood that is on you or the items in your inventory. It utilizes the wind speed to extend the distance smell travels, and the same for wind direction. When it comes to corpses, the smell radiates in a circle, which is unaffected by wind. Now, I really like this mod. I've said before in previous videos that every time I see just a couple zombies munching down on a corpse, I think it's great. And now it's going to happen a lot more often with this. And also attracting zombies to you if you don't keep yourself clean, giving you a real reason to wash all that blood off. Oh, they are really going for it. Just listen to that. They are really getting up in there. That's kind of nasty, actually. Right up inside of the... Now for number 7 is MRE Mod, which adds MREs to the game. If you don't know what MRE is, it's a meal ready to eat. Packaged food with long-term preservation. You can see we've got a few different types here. And what you can do with these is package 12 MREs into a box. Like so. You've got this nice little animation. And then once you have 4 boxes, you can package that into an MRE stack. Basically just one of these bigger boxes. Great for the hoarders out there. I'm not sure how rare these are to spawn, but I can imagine they're mainly found in military type of locations. But it is another good, realistic source of food. Now, number 8 is a huge mod that I'm sure you've probably all seen with the massive amount of hype around it recently. The Week 1 NPC mod. Week 1 lets you begin the game 7 days before the zombie outbreak. You will start in a clean, zombie-free world along with other people. NPCs. It will be your choice whether you want to be a decent citizen, a serial killer, or somebody else. Just remember that your actions have consequences. Over time, you will experience the progression of events leading to the unavoidable Nox event. You are immune to the airborne transmission, as well as some other survivors, but most of the people are not. There are many hidden features that you will have to discover yourself. You will receive some clues during sleep. Also, don't expect a peaceful experience. You won't get a leisurely 7-day grace period without zombies to prepare. Things escalate quickly, and the intensity ramps up fast. Be ready to adapt to new challenges, even if it means player deaths along the way. So, even with the massive hype around this mod, I'm still yet to actually try it. So I can't go too in depth with the whole experience. I have watched a couple videos, but I'm not too clued up on the whole thing, so if you think I should play it and maybe make a video or stream, let me know down below, and I'll definitely give it a go. It definitely does look interesting. It seems there's a lot of content in this mod, so I could go on for a good while. But seeing as I am far from an expert and am lacking any real experience, I'm not going to dive deep into this mod. You can go check out a bunch of other videos if you're interested, or just go in blind and play it yourself, which I'd probably recommend. Unless I've got a video out by then definitely watch mine. Also, a quick note, all of these mods work for Build 42, and most of them work in Build 41 as well, but this one will only work with Build 42. At number 9 is Pallontras Crossbows, and this adds 4 new crossbows, with a recipe book that can be found in houses, libraries and bookstores. Also 4 types of bolts, wood, metal, short and normal, and the chance of the bolt breaking scales with maintenance. So if you got good maintenance level, you can pick the bolts right back up and reuse them. So you can see here the different crafting recipes required. They're all very similar. Then once you've crafted that, you will need to string it with either twine or wire. One of the things that I want most in Zomboid is bow and arrows and crossbows. So it's inevitable that I enjoy this mod. You can see in this mod it does just have the animation of shooting a bullet, which is fair, but I can't wait for the day IndieStone actually add this in base game. But for now we've got this mod and it seems to work pretty well. I'll definitely be giving it a go in an actual run. And last but not least is Early Raccoons. A mod that will be outdated when Build 42 is fully released, but if you're impatient and love raccoons, you can experience them right now with this mod. So they have a 15% chance to spawn when walking near a trash can or a dumpster. You could catch them in traps, although it may be buggy, and there's random spawns where poultry and farms are. Look at that climbing up the fence. That's cool. That was fast. Look at the little baby one as well. Very cute. Just chilling on the fence. Alright, well my game just crashed, so I'm taking that as a sign to end the video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Let me know down below which one of these is your favourite. Have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next one. And peace.